Oh, yeah. We are back. And this time, we're gonna deal with more mutants. When we're done with this session, whatever this session will end, I'm going to probably stream, like, I'm thinking like Morrowind, or I'm thinking, if not Morrowind, I'm thinking probably just Elder Kings 2 and doing something stupid. Like trying to migrate as the Malmer, because you see the Malmer have this special trait in their culture called migratory. The other culture that has migratory in it is the orcs. So as the Malmer, you could literally migrate anywhere and just diverge your culture really easily and just live wherever the fuck you want to. The only issue is that they're isolationist, so I can't really hybridize with anybody. It makes it really hard, and it makes it much more likely to have rebellions, especially in lands that just aren't my culture. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting if we try that out. Because I was thinking like sailing to Argonia or possibly sailing to Morrowind and establishing the Malmer. Or even High Rock. High Rock isn't too far away from Somerset Isle, and it would be interesting to see that. Because then it's like, oh, what happened to all the Bretons and the Derini Tower? What happened to that? It's like, oh, the Malmer came in and fucking took that shit. The Sea Vipers. Right now, we're just waiting for our players to arrive. It's supposed to be Fuddy. So let's see if they arrive. Fuddy is like determined. He's like, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. It's like, okay, okay, buddy. We'll see. We shall see. So, as a recap, what happened in the last Contagion campaign, for those of you who are curious, in the last Contagion campaign, what happened was uh, Dark November, he's playing as Largon, level 3. He came in, repelled one of the invasions by the Lemonagers. The Lemoniger is the name that I came up with, which is a type of slug. And he repelled it, helped them out. And upon entering here, he found out that there is a Zephanim here who owns like 40% of the farm. Then there's like a Terrellum here who owns 50%. And then there's another Terrellum who owns 10%, which is Vic, our legendary Vic. So Commander, what's his name? Commander Irvana. Ernaka. So we have Ernaka, and then we have Olira. And Olira is more of the tradesman. She's the one who does the buying and selling of slaves. Ernaka is more about the defense and the defense of the caravans that defend the slaves. And the Zephanim and Terrellum coexist in this area because the blood that is sent out here, the slaves that are sent out, are sent to a Terrellum forge city and a Zephanim harbor that are both nearby. That being said, our character here, Largan, decided to help O'Lira out in claiming the title of the farm, Plura Farm, by stealing the deed from the Terellum commander, Ernaka, because he is extremely starved of blood, extremely weak. So he took it, so now O'Lira owns 90% of the farm. With that being said, who knows what that could happen? Who knows what that could bring? The Torella might suffer for this, or they might end up in a really interesting position later on. Who knows? But we have found out from the main character that the Lemonagers are coming from the south. So they have to come south. I'm still waking up. And then we also found out that down here to the southwest, there is humans supposedly spotted. And there is a reward in case you can bring them in alive. Because the blood farms always need slaves. Always need slaves. Besides that, I've been feeling the itch lately to explore games. Um, Elder Kings 2 is a really fun mod for Crusader Kings 3. But the only issue I have with it is that sometimes the game is a little too hard to where like it's just downright impossible to try to do things. And that's fine, cuz I'll find a way eventually. I'll find a crack and I'll fucking go in. But the game does crash a lot, like a lot. And I have been feeling the itch to play something like Pathologic 2. The only issue I have with Pathologic 2 and the reason why I stopped streaming it is because there's actually like a lot of nudity, like women's breasts, like everywhere. So because of that, I was like, nah, I don't think I should stream this. Because one of the things, so I used to stream Mass Effect, right? And in Mass Effect 1, whether you romance Liara or Ashley, they have the same cutscene. And you'll see their butt. Like, you will see it. And the moment that happened, my stream immediately got shut down by YouTube. And I was like, what? What just happened? So then the next day I was going over it, and it turned out YouTube was like restricting my video because they were like, there's nudity here, there's nudity. And I was like, that's nothing. And YouTube decided to release the restriction. They were like, okay, yeah. It's a like 10-year-old game. It's not a big deal. But ever since then, I've been like, okay, gotta watch out for nudity. So in other words, nudity is a no-no. And there's no real way to censor that in Pathologic. But Pathologic 2, I'd have to restart from the beginning because I don't remember how to play. And that's the ultimate issue with a lot of games that I have, where it's like role-playing RPG, is that I usually forget what the fuck I'm doing, so I have to restart.
Hello.
Hey, Fuddy's here. Hello. Fuddy, hello. Probably having mic issues again. Besides that, he's gonna rejoin. Yeah, he's having mic issues. Hello.
That worked.
There we go. I hear you.
Nice. Oh, ready. That was frustrating.
Besides that, with World of Nosgoth, I'm gonna release more one-shot campaigns on the website. For those of you who do not know,
Hell yeah.
you just type in World of Nosgoth site, and then boom, it's right there. Here's your codexes, and then on the left-hand side, there's campaigns. Rules light and one-shot campaigns are also right here. You can just click that. There's one human campaign that I really want to try, and the only reason why is
Oh
because
yeah.
I put a timer on it. So it's gonna be fucking living hell.
Oh boy.
But there's also a human campaign I'm trying to design that's inspired by pathologic, which is the idea that players are walking through a city that they have to keep rolling the dice to make sure they don't get an infection. If they get infection, they have to keep rolling the
Oh.
dice to make sure that like the infection doesn't progress stages.
Uh, medical thriller.
Yeah, oh yes.
Hell yeah.
I did design a raid, just one raid. And what a raid is supposed to be is like 5 to 8 players, possibly 10. And you dive in
Huh.
for really powerful loot, like really powerful loot. But the bosses there are really difficult, and you have to know like certain rotations and stuff.
Oh, like vampire elders at minimum.
Pretty much.
Sweet.
Like these are not content you can solo. This is not content that with a full party of 4 people you could do. No, this is stuff that requires like this requires your characters to be loaded with gear to survive.
Hell yeah.
Like if you're a human, expect little to no water. If you're a vampire, expect that any blood that drops would not be enough.
Oh yeah, the new feeding rules should help out with that.
Oh, it does.
Sounds exciting. How long would the raid theoretically go for?
Depends how long people take to end their turns.
Hmm. Okay.
Because the raids are supposed to have 3 bosses each, and then every boss attacks twice. And they have certain abilities and certain moves that are very interesting. Like one of them, he hits you if he does one attack to the guy who's closest to him, and then his second attack is whoever does the most damage to him. So he's constantly chasing
Oh shit.
somebody,
Like an aggro rule.
pretty
That's cool.
much. So it makes it
Oh
where
yeah.
if you are in fact the biggest dick in the room and you do the most damage, you actually might want to kind of sit back because you might not have the HP to survive if he starts targeting you.
Right. You're just making yourself a target.
So it makes it where
That's
the
awesome.
tanks are gonna have to do like a lot of damage to get his attention.
Yeah, you'd have to like pull aggro off of each other. That's very cool. Hmm.
But there's a lot of things that you can do with the World of Nosgoth system. That, of course, I'm the only one who's really kind of exploring it. Vola is exploring it as well, doing his own little niche rule changes and such, which I like. But as always, I'm always curious to see what else other people design off of these rules. What other campaigns people can mix mash. What sort of mechanics they can explore. Like someone could take my rules and just add a new skill set or add a stat and then make a whole mechanic around that. You could do
Hmm.
that. Not saying that I would probably play it, but I'm just saying that it could be interesting. It could be
It's
well
an
done.
option regardless.
Yeah. Like you can separate the magic into the categories. If you really wanted to be painful about it, you could just simply say, okay, there is no magic skill. There's instead energy magic, mind magic, blood magic. And it's like, okay. So now you have 3 more skills in the game at the cost of 1. And that can make it very difficult
Right.
if you want it to be painful like that.
I kind of like how I think it's powered by the apocalypse. It might not be how they use like stat points to create their point pool that they use to perform actions and stuff. I think it's powered by the apocalypse. I might be wrong.
I've never heard of it.
It's like a just a rule system, and they've got a few little modules out that are one's fantasy themed, one's sci-fi themed, etc. I think they did a game themed off of Alien. I could be wrong.
One of the bigger inspirations was Dark Sun. Just reading it sounded very interesting. So, Dark Sun, for those of you who don't know, Dark Sun was made by the people who made Dungeons and Dragons. I think it was like second edition or 3.5 edition, something like that. And Dark Sun is supposed to be dark, hence the name. Like,
Mm.
the world is already destroyed, basically. And it's a society ruled by slavers, tyrants. It's really not a good setting. It's a setting where everything bad has pretty much happened. And you're just there to try to survive and pick up the pieces. And it's very interesting because Dark Sun has like its own following that really love it. But it's really interesting. Like one of them was when you become a wizard or a mage or any sort of like magical class, you cannot cast your spells in public because everyone has laws against magic. And it's like, why do people hate magic so much in Dark Sun? Well, the reason why is because there's something called like defilement. And basically, what that is that in order for a wizard, sorcerer, or whatever to increase their power, they have to literally suck the life out of everything around them. That's the reason why the world is literally a desert, is because there's no trees, nothing, because that was all sucked out. And the greatest mage in the world is this massive dragon who, like, there's stages to dragonism, and there's a risk you'll lose your mind doing it. So every mage who does it has to have like an insane amount of power. And there's actually one guy who succeeded and became the ultimate tier of dragon. And he's the reason why the world is just fucking dead. So he's like super powerful. No one could really touch him. He's basically a god by this point. But it's the reason why everyone hates magic. The moment they see you fucking around magic, they're like, no, 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 you gotta die. Because they don't want to risk some like 14th tier dragon popping up out of nowhere.
Understandable.
But it's really interesting though. Like they even had a video game on it. Jesus, and the video game was crusty. But one of the interesting things was that there's actually like an enclave of like druids, and people don't really
Yeah.
understand the difference of magic. They don't really understand that magic could bring life as well. So of course, this druid enclave has like this beautiful lush garden, and they're saying about how they're using their magic to grow life again. but no one would ever take the light of day to listen to them. All they see is that magic user die. But a Dark Sun is a setting that's pretty much never going to get a remake or ever going to pop up again. And the main reason why is due to slavery. Because
Oh
people
yeah.
have, yeah, people have issues with a game that has slavery in it. Me personally, I don't see what the deal is because it's not like it's discriminatory slavery. It's like anyone is a slave. And even if it isn't, that actually allows some really good storytelling. And like, there's one video game called Kenshi. It's new. Kenshi is this huge open world. It's huge. And it's
Oh
brutal.
yeah.
It's hard to survive.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen a few videos on that.
And
That's something
not
else.
only is it an apocalyptic setting, but there's actually a faction called the Holy Kingdom, and they're all humans. And you could play in the Holy Kingdom as a non-human. The only issue is that whatever non-human you are, you're a slave. So they are discriminatory. They choose anyone who's not a human, and they will either kill you or they'll enslave you. Those are your
Hmm.
choices. But still interesting
And it's
though.
all player run, right?
It's a single player game.
Single player. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. I thought it was.
I played a little bit of it, and then I just kind of like refunded the game. And the reason why, because it wasn't really my cup of tea. It's interesting, just not my cup of
Too
tea.
demanding? Yeah.
Yeah, it requires a lot of
Yeah.
investment on your part to like learn the mechanics and to learn everything about it. And it's one of those games where it's like trial and error. So you're gonna have to die 10 times before you realize where to go, what to do, because there's no quest, there's no traditional questing, there's no like tutorial to set you up. It's just here you are, you're in the world. Good luck. By the way, there's a pack of 10 dogs that will kill you at like the very start of the game. Are you in your pajamas, little boy? Oh my goodness.
I don't know. For a second there, I thought you were talking to me. I am, in fact, in my pajamas.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, I didn't expect that reaction.
Got my little boy. What you doing, Uriel? You ready to role play with Dada? You ready?
Oh, heck yeah.
But yeah, about the disease thing, I already designed something like that for the Hilden with our open world Hilden. But it's just that I've been so
Oh, yeah.
busy working like 90 hours a week.
Damn.
I've been making that
That's off to
money.
you.
Oh my
I should
goodness.
say so.
Oh my goodness. What are you doing? Hmm? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ultimately, this is the reason why I'm trying to create an RPG for Legacy of Kain is so that way my son can play something that's interesting. Hmm?
That's nice, man. That's wholesome.
One of the big things I do kind of don't that I really dislike is that there's some RPG communities I've tried joining to try to promote the game and stuff. But a lot of times when I see what other people are designing, it's literally just Dungeons and Dragons with like different rules or like different classes or something like that. And I'm like, that's not really creating. That's just
That's
reskinning
just
everything.
homebrew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot. They've got a bunch of like small YouTube channels that, oh, we have a new game, but it's just D&D.
Yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like it's kind of like complaining that Call of Duty and Titanfall are not the same, are not like
True.
different video games just because they have the same gameplay mechanic. I understand using the same engine and just reskinning it. I get that. Titanfall and Call of Duty are in fact two different games. But when it comes to role playing and tabletop, if I'm just doing D20s and D100s just like Dungeons and Dragons for the exact same reason, then you're not really changing anything.
Right, I get that. Part of the fun is learning a new system.
You like pointing? You like pointing, little boy? You like pointing? You like pointing? Ooh. You like pointing? Point, point, point. Point, point, point. Point, 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 point.
So wholesome.
The best part about this live stream is that we get baby time.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
You comfortable ka, Daddy? Mommy?
you want to go to mama? Yeah.
Nagtaka na si Daddy. Nagtaka si Daddy.
Good night, baby boy.
Good night, Daddy.
Alright, it has been 28 minutes. I do not see Dark November. So that could be a bit of a problem.
I think it might be a no-show.
Yes.
Well, I can't really say anything. I missed 2 sessions in a row. I still feel bad about it.
No, it's fine. We only did one session of this one because he didn't make it for the other one either. So,
Right.
either way.
It's been a hectic year.
Oh, I bet.
It's just getting started.
Alright, so I'll read you the excerpt of Contagion Unleashed. And we'll treat this
Oh,
as a
all
bit of
right.
a rewind.
Absolutely.
As time passes and conquest finishes, the blood supply begins to dwindle. Establishing farms to harvest blood is the lifeline for Kane's empire. These people come from multiple origins. Some were prisoners of war, others were just lost feral humans in the wasteland. You are a newcomer to the empire, a vampire of some passing skill, or at least a good head on your shoulders. Lately, there's been a rise in mutant attacks. Mutants are bad for business and for harvest, as their blood is tainted. The blood is so foul, even a sip turns a veteran vampire into a wailing banshee. Looking for work, you set out on this job posted by glorious god Kane himself. 100 gold to whoever stops the mutant hordes. 500 gold to whoever can make a sustainable blood from the grotesque beast. With that, you and your party of fellow vampires are assigned to investigate Plura Farms, a farm known for supplying a Terrellum Forge city and a Zephanim harbor. Losing such a boon would spell bad omens for the Empire and for the two respective clans. Possibilities for making great relations with both clans can occur if your party impresses them. You have 73 gold, Osborne, so you can spend some of that on any gear or any items you may need. Reminder, you are level 1.
We're using the charming lad build for my trait.
Well, the issue was is that
or
you wanted to reset
the Imperial?
Osborne, so you have the
Yeah.
Imperial.
Okay. Cool. 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 Hmm. Yeah. I'll just buy a iron chest piece,
You already have one.
iron sword. Okay. Cool.
Already have one.
Okay.
You just have leather boots. That's the only difference.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just trying to find myself on the map real quick. Is that me, the red icon with the helmet, I believe?
This one. All the way in the left of the screen.
All the way.
You see yourself?
Yeah. Alrighty.
Alright, so
Can
let
I? Oh,
me.
this is a mutant in front of me. All right. I guess I'll start with a perception check.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Alrighty.
Plura Farms is a small and prosperous community of Zephanim and Terrellum. Upon reaching the place, you see a makeshift barricade with penned up humans fearing for their meager lives as mutants are spitting acid, killing vampiric slavers. So, you come in after one of the attack waves was already repelled, but you see that there's a small scout scouting ahead.
All right.
Roll a perception for me.
Oh, already.
We're going off script, boys. We're going off road. All right. So you rolled an 8. Osborne has 5 perception, so yes, that goes through. So you notice that the scout is not looking at you in one way or the other. He seems to be very interested in looking at the city itself. Well, not city, but the small farm.
Already.
You get 2 XP. Since he is not paying attention to you, if you attack him, you'll get considered a backstab attack, even though you're not amazing. 1 movement, beautiful.
Naturally. Start with the almighty step.
The beast
A
doesn't know you're
sneaky
there.
mighty step.
The beast just
Alrighty.
kind of
So
slugs
far, so
forward.
good.
Doesn't know anything about what's going on. Your turn again.
Don't mind me. I'm just passing through. Okay, 2. All right. And I'll go for a cunning attack. Backstab. Hacha. Show me something.
And that's not gonna.
Amazing. I'm unstoppable.
As a Razielum, you have a -3. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
can I
crit
kind of,
fail.
yeah.
You take
Oh boy.
2 damage because you try to hit him, but you end up hitting yourself.
Yeah. Off to a great
The beast sees you're there and starts to move back.
start. Oh, all right.
Rolling 2d6 for attack, and it goes through. Wow. So, hitting you with his bow, he's going to do 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. So he's going to do 4 damage. You have 2 armor reduction, so you're going to take 2 damage unless you can pass a perception check to lower that.
I will attempt perception check. Let's see. Nice. All right.
Cool, you fail. Awesome.
Oh, oh no. Shit. I saw that 9. I thought that was what I rolled. I didn't realize that
Oof, a
it
robo.
hadn't popped up yet. Oh my goodness. Amazing. I'm
Oof.
unstoppable today. Uh-oh.
The beast backs up from you, and because he backed up a little too far, he has now attracted the attention of the guards. Let's see if the beast lands his hit.
Excellent.
No, he fails.
Small mercy.
Beautiful.
You said this settlement was held by humans, correct?
Held by what?
By humans?
No, this is a slave farm.
Slave. I'm sorry, I still have to sleep.
So one of the Zephanim guards lunges over the barricade to help you out and stabs the creature in the back. Due to his poor hunger status, he is very, very weak and malnourished. He does 6 damage, though, to the beast. The beast is almost dead. Your turn.
Excellent. I'll roll for movement. Can I get in there? Yes, I can. Articles. Going for a good old melee attack.
Oh my god, that's a fucking crit, isn't it?
Oh shit,
So
not
let's
bad.
see. So
Not bad
5
at all.
in perception and strength. Melee proficiency and -2. No, that's not. You just get +2. Okay, so you're at 0 mod.
I can live with that.
Yes. So doing this damage, you do 4 damage to the creature. The creature has 2 armor, so that reduces it by 1, so he's got 1 HP. The guards go next. And he kills it. Beautiful. As the creature dies, you see green blood spilling out of its hide. You are wounded. And you get
Oh,
2
has
XP.
any of the blood gotten on me?
No.
Oh, all right. Just worried about becoming poisoned. Let's see. Can I attempt to cast Cure Blood?
Sure.
Sweet. I'm gonna try to cast Cure Blood. And spectacularly fail. Oh, amazing.
Cure blood. Must roll a 4 or higher to cast. You succeeded. What are you
Oh
talking
shit.
about?
Okay.
You have 7 charisma, so you passed. So 4, yay. Uh, so you get 1 bottle. So let me write that down. Do you wish to drink it now or just go into the town?
Yeah, I think this might be a good opportunity. This little bottle of blood.
So you're gonna drink it or
I
you're
might be
gonna
able to
leave it
use it to
alone?
barter. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna hold on to it for now.
The guards return back to their post, but you look at them all, they all look malnourished, like they haven't fed in a very long time. Ahead of them is a commander. He is a large Terrellum named Ernaka. He seems exhausted. And it seems like he's been through quite a bit of an ordeal with a previous follower who came here. And you remember that one of your party members did go ahead of you, so maybe they had some sort of interaction.
Alright.
Ernaka's here.
I'll oh, I can just walk inside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is
As you come
I'll make
in,
my way over to yeah, oh
as you come inside the farm, you see that over
no,
here
please.
is over 40 humans jam packed like a bunch of sardines in unsanitary, unliving conditions. Each of them probably stepping and covered in their own feces as they are crammed into each other. You see some of the people are jammed so hard against the rails that it's actually breaking their bones, but they can't do much about it.
Damn. I'll just curl my nose up and scowl at the smell as I walk over to Commander Uraka
Ernaka,
and
yes.
or not, yeah. And I'll ask him, well, I'll say a fellow traveler of mine passed through some time ago, a Zephaniah. Can you tell me about what happened when he visit this place? Do you know which direction he went?
Ernaka sighs. He seems to be very, very tired and very malnourished. He kind of eyes you in
Hmm.
your blood vial.
Yeah,
The Zephanim,
I'll palm it.
he went down south. He's talking to the merchants, I think. If anything, he dealt with our drunk in the bar, so that's good news. Less issues for us to deal with.
I'll uh, I'll start waving the little blood bottle just like absent-mindedly and ask him, "Is there a trade for possible equipment we could make? Do you think one valuable item for another?"
He looks at the blood and he goes, I have some for you if you give that to me right now. It will give you much strength. Strength that will be probably needed in the times ahead.
Well, then we have a deal, sir. And I'll gingerly and carefully place it in his hand and take a step back.
As you give it to him, he drinks it, and you see his health revitalize. You see him regain muscle mass that was previously gone. And he sighs and goes, let the pain come. We'll stand defiance. He hands you a helmet.
Thank you for this generous gift, mighty sir.
So you gain the helmet, the Howl of Midnight. It gives you, it's a 1 armor, iron armor, gives you +2 perception, and you gain the ability to shapeshift into a wolf.
Oh, hell yeah.
So now you have 7 perception.
Sweet.
Alrighty.
One step closer to your greatness, like Cadius. I'll mumble that to myself as I put the helmet on. Thank you, mighty Terrell, for this gift. If it aids me in fulfilling Lord Kane's demands, his wishes, and my gratitude could not be adequately. What's the word? Oh man, playing a dumbass is hard. Oh, thank you for the gift. And I guess I'll do another perception check to see who all's in this room.
So you
Yes.
gain 10 XP. That puts
See
you
a
at
few
level
interesting
2.
things.
I'm going through the script here, sorry. So now you're level 2.
Oh, sure.
So what stat do you want to increase?
I'll go for my charisma.
Alright, so your charisma is 8. That gives you a +2 mod. And what skill do you want to increase? The only skill you have that's increased is magic, which is at 2.
I'll put a point into melee because I feel like I might need it just in case.
Melee or melee proficiency?
Melee proficiency. Thank you.
Okay. So that's going to put you at -1. Alright, melee proficiency of 2, magic of 2. Okay. We might have our first Razielum Reaver if this goes on. So besides that, you gain some stuff.
Anything is possible.
Urnaga points at a house nearby to the east. He says, the other owner of this place is Olira. She's a Zephanim. One of your Zephanim buddies was already talking to her. I don't think she has anything of use for you, but she's over there if you need her. And then he points down south and he goes, down there is where the alchemist and the merchant are. They're both Raziel, one of your kind.
Always good to see friendly faces. Yes, I think a little bonding with my kin should serve me nicely. Thank you, Commander. And I guess first I'll make my way over to the Raziel and strike up a conversation.
Entering over, you see your Zephanim buddy. He's unable to do anything at the moment because the player's not here. So, but you do see there's an alchemist who's studying in his books and his shelves. And you see he's got multiple blood vials all over the place. As you come in, he just looks at you graciously. Ah, finally, some more civilized people enter this settlement. I'll charge you 10 gold.
10 gold?
10 gold. He holds out his hand.
I give him 10 gold. What's this for?
As you do so, he throws a blood vial at you, and you heal to full.
Oh. Much appreciated. Tell me, kinsman, what brings you out to a place like this?
He pours over his books and then he holds up the bounty that you actually have. The same bounty, same job, and he points at the very, very bottom. If I could find a cure for the mutant blood, this mutant pest, I can possibly strike it rich here. And then us, the Razielum, will have deep roots in all the clans if we can just make farms off of mutants. After all, these mutants are really not that big of an issue. I've seen far more dangerous ones. The fact that these Zephanim and Terrellum are just massacring them by the bushels and not even collecting their blood, just outright idiocy on their parts. But what can we expect from less dignity clans?
That's a fair point. Well, They don't have any bones. It doesn't look like they're slugs, right? You could shove more of them into cages, keep them alive, ship them around. When you slaughter them,
The guy
blood
nods his
magic
head.
seems to work.
The guy just keeps nodding his head as he flips the pages in his book about hemomancy.
I was able to cure the blood of a mutant just outside of this farm. Seems effective.
The man looks at you, and you can see blood magic swirling around his fingertips around a green tincture of some sort. He looks at you and goes, "Yes, our kind is naturally gifted to cure this issue, but the issue remains is that you're only getting 1 vial worth of blood, whereas a human could drop 2. There's a much bigger issue of supply here. For example, this place has 40 humans cram-packed over there, in case you didn't notice. 40 humans, that's 80 blood vials we could get. But if there were 40 mutants, then that would just be 40 vials. We're losing half of the produce for double the amount of territory. I don't know if you noticed, but these lemonagers, they get really fat. It takes a lot of living space to store them anywhere."
I see.
Next to him, you see a charred remains of what used to be a vampire. It's half visible just because of the fangs sticking out of its skull. He points at that and goes, "Besides, these lemonagers have acid spit that they've been spitting at us for quite a while. If their bows don't get you, their acid will. You have to be very cautious dealing with these fiends."
These are acid spitting vampires,
Acid spitting mutants.
mutants. Oh, dreadful.
All mutant kind is dreadful, but it's up to us, the greater beings, to subjugate them and dominate them.
Agreed.
You see on the alchemist
Do you-
shelves that he does sell quite a bit of tinctures and potions. If you look under hemomancy, those are the potions you can buy. Problem is, you have only 63 gold.
Yeah, I'm a little broke at the moment. Colossus. Oh, that might be too strong. Well, no one's getting paid, just sitting around. Um, do you think you could point me in the direction of any nearby mutants? Any tips
The
about the
alchemist
area?
points south and says, "The mutants seem to be coming from the tree line over there. Not much we can do about it. And they're much stronger down there too. I wouldn't recommend it."
I
The
see. So the
blacksmith
better solution is to find cure.
the blacksmith nearby butts in. "Hey now, you can easily go there if you buy one of me brooches."
A brooch?
Aye, a brooch. Looking
And
at the
what do your
blacksmith,
brooches do?
you can tell he's a
Oh, yeah.
Rahabim.
Oh,
He holds the brooch and he shows it to you. And he tells you quite plainly, "Just pay me 25 gold for this here brooch, and we'll call it a deal. Saves you from death."
well, only 25 gold?
Roll,
Sure, of course.
roll charisma
Oh, yeah.
if you wanted to haggle with him.
Yeah, I'll haggle a little bit.
Alright, with a +2 mod against him, You succeed. All right, listen. Since you're being such a good pal, I'll drop
Ooh,
the price. 20 gold.
I can work with that. Thank you for your kindness.
Now you have a brooch.
Sweet. Can I inspect it?
You could, or you could ask him. Either one.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll ask him. What exactly does it do? What are its effects?
You see his hand glow with magic, and he holds a sword, and you see that glow transfer to the sword. I'm a reaver, my boy. It's my job and duty to
Oh,
keep them spirit entities at bay. Spirit Realm is quite an amazing place to delve into every now and then, but there's awful critters in there too. If you ever find yourself in there, use the brooch. It'll deal with whatever entity you're dealing with. Haven't
so it
learned
literally
this
protects you from death.
in a manner speaking, yes.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. I guess I'll find a place to affix it onto my gear.
It just stays in your inventory and you activate it whenever you're dead.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. Okay. Is there anything you can teach me? I'll ask the Reaver.
He looks at you and goes,
I'm kind of
the Rahabim and your kind don't really have good relations. If you were to impress me somehow,
yeah.
then yes.
Fair enough.
Your personal reputation is 0 with the Rahabim, so
So I've got to make. I could always make friends with the Rahab.
probably not in this campaign just because it's
Yeah,
mostly
probably.
Terrellum and Zephanim, but the alchemist sees you about to leave and goes, wait. There's a deal I'm offering everybody. Bring me 3 mutant blood vials, and I'll trade you for 1 blood vial for 15 gold. But for you, I'll knock it down to 10.
I can do that. Would you happen to have any spare vials that I could use to collect the blood?
You don't have to worry about vials in this. I don't worry about that.
Cool. Oh.
Some games do where they're like, oh, you have to have an empty glass vial. Not me. I'm not that kind of.
Yeah.
I'm not that nitpicky.
Cool, cool. Alrighty. Well, good sirs. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the information and for the gifts.
So you learn that humans might be down there. I highly recommend not doing that. And then you also learn that
Alrighty.
the mutants are coming from down there. Due to your level and due to the fact that, this is kind of dangerous, I'd probably recommend you just farm for a bit and try to kill some mutants.
Yeah. I'll bring some blood in to fatten up the soldiers and the guard. I'll turn back to the two here and say, now that I think about it, everyone here is due a good meal, correct? I would say so. Yeah. I'm gonna go do something about that. And I'll just meander off, make my way to the door. kind of absent-mindedly, just thinking, I'm gonna go catch some people. Oh yeah, yeah.
As you go out, you hear an alarm. Mutants! And everyone starts to get ready and attack. So you have higher
Awesome.
perception. You can go first. You do have wolf form.
Does that cost an action to transition into a wolf form?
Technically, yes.
Dang. I'ma do it.
Alrighty.
I'm shifting into wolf form. Yeah.
Shifting
And then
into wolf
prepare for
form,
battle.
you won't be able to use magic and you don't really have any armor. But that will give you +3 to your strength, which puts your strength at 8.
Nice. And I have a 2-tile reach as a in wolf form.
Yeah, and you have +3
I'm not.
damage. Yes.
Yeah, sweet.
And the mutants kind of go first. Cool.
Bring it. Oh, they're getting right up in my face.
Shooting their bows. One goes through, which is just measle 4 damage. You can perception to try to reduce it.
I will 100%.
Beautiful. You reduce it to 3 damage. Next mutant shoots his bow, and it's 4 damage, and you can't perception because you already did it. Alright. We're already looking at death. Beautiful. It is now your turn.
Alrighty. I'll roll for movement.
So 3. Okay. Or was it 4? I think it's 4. Yeah, it's +3 movement, so you get 4 tile range. Kind of nice, huh? Being a wolf, you can basically close the gap on anything.
Hell yeah. And I'll go for a mighty claw attack on that guy.
Amazing. Oh, wrong character page. Let me just save this one. So you fail.
Spectacularly so.
Because strength is 8, which is a +2 mod, and then your melee is 1, which is a -2 mod. Yeah. The other guards come in. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Leaping over the barricade, he's going to try to attack. Doing a cunning. 7. That hits phenomenally. The mutant in front of you has only 2 HP. The other guy tries to come in, but he is just too far away, so he's going to try doing Shattered Mirror. 4. Now on a Zephanim, I gotta look and make sure that that is correct. Yep, he failed. That's fine. Okay. Mutant's turn. The one mutant's almost dead. It tries to run away. 2 tiles. The other mutant can barely move. 1 tile. They both try to kill the Zephanim, who just hit them really hard. One of them fails. The other one succeeds. So it's going to be 15 minus 2, 3. Alright. And it's your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna go for the closest target. So I feel like if I keep going for
You're actually in range of
the
both of them.
retreating one,
Because werewolves get the
oh,
wolf
should
form
I?
gets the 2 tile range. One of the advantages of wolf
Right.
form.
I'll go.
Oof.
Yeah, it slipped my mind.
So we're looking at
Nice. I'll go for
4
the
plus 1 plus 3. So you're doing
yeah.
8 damage minus 1. So you almost killed this thing in 1 hit. He's at 3 HP. Beautiful. Ten, yep. He backstabs the shit out of this thing. It dies. Another one. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if he backstabs the shit out of this one as well. Yep, barely passes. Awesome. This is dead as well. Congratulations. You barely survived. Alright, so
Hell
combat
yeah.
ends. You're gained 4 XP for killing them. They have blood.
Yeah, I'll cast I'll try to go about casting the cure blood on bottle up what I can. One success.
Beautiful.
Other guy. Let's see. That's a fail. So
Alright, so you can't crit fail, thankfully, but you do fail. So you get 1 blood vial.
I'll count that as an extra victory.
Alright, you're badly wounded. Doesn't look too good for you.
Yeah, I'll drink that freshly made bottle.
Just as a reminder, drinking blood vials only restores half your HP. So that would put you up to 7. I mean 8.
That is a-okay.
Whereas you could have just returned to the alchemist and just spent 10 gold and healed a full.
That's also true.
So which one you want?
Yeah, I'll go to the alchemist.
Alright.
All battered and bloody, but victorious.
The alchemist sees
I
you.
return with the spoils of war.
So you're now at 53 gold. Healed up to full.
Nice.
So you have a few options before you. You could go down south. Hopefully you have enough at your disposal to somehow deal with everything.
Somehow. Yeah, I'll try to, not my strong suit, but I'll try to be sneaky and make my way down in perception check this area. or maybe to try to look inconspicuous. And I'll go for a perception check.
You barely pass. Awesome.
I can live with that.
As you look around, you see there's two massive Lemonagers sitting off in the distance.
Oh, big boys. Jeez.
As you gaze at them, you realize that they are like way beyond your
Hmm.
level, way beyond your scope. But they do seem to be the coordinators
Yeah.
of the recent attacks.
Oh, they're the brains of the operation. That's a fair assumption. Playing by orc rules. Okay, I'm gonna try to avoid those two, at least
Nothing
for
like
the time
scary.
being, and make my way over. Yeah, make my way over to this tree, and I guess do another perception check.
Did you do it? Or
Another. Yeah, I rolled another 6.
oh, okay, okay. I was like, did did something happen or no?
I think it did.
Yeah, I see
I
it.
think
It's two
that's my
sixes.
roll.
Yeah. Looking down, you see another wave of mutants are planning to come in at some point and attack the guards. But you do notice that these ones are a little bit different. They seem a little bit more evolved. They have weird bulging gorths around their necks. And you see that they are kind of taking orders.
Hmm. I'm gonna try to be stealthy, even though I know that I'm at a disadvantage on that. And I don't know. I kind of want to make it over to this outcropping of rock. That looks a little interesting.
That's
See what's going on
supposedly
there.
the pathway south.
Ah, hmm. Let's see. If I summoned some skeletons and sent them to attack while I snuck by, would that draw aggro on me? Or could I
Yes.
use it would? Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna walk back into the building,
Because you
up to
did
the
learn
blacksmith.
something.
Oh yeah?
Well, yeah, you discovered there's two commanders right out there in the open.
Hmm.
And there are some people around here who would gladly take the chance to stop the mutant attacks.
Yeah, yeah, I'll walk over to these guys, to the blacksmith, and tell him, hey, I need a bomb. And then before he can say anything, I'll hurry over to the commander and tell him about the two giant slugs, the two giant mutants that are seemingly the commanders of this assault.
Urnaka holds his shield up high and his morn flail in the other hand. As he hears what you're saying, he looks out and he kind of sees the giant Lemonagers that you're talking about. We'll sally out and strike them down. Hopefully, if we strike them down, this will buy us some time to recover and gain our strength. These are definitely not the source of our problems, though. You'll still need to go somewhere and find out where these things are coming from. But last time we killed these things, it left them in disarray for 3 days. Right now, we could all use a break.
Yes, it certainly seems to be the case. Everyone here is on the verge of a second death.
Him and all the guards assemble for a triumphant push to hopefully annihilate these things. You could decide to join them if you want.
Yeah, I'll hurry back over to the blacksmith and ask him about that bomb. I've got a vial of blood on me and some gold if I have to pay for it, but I would really very much like a bomb. Oh no, they never mind. All the Lamonagers are over in one spot. I was gonna run out as the guys were attacking the commandos and try to firebomb the little guys, but no, I'll join the commander.
As you approach the barricade, you see that the Zephanim have taken up the flanks in the center. You see 2 Terrellum guards and Urnaka sitting in the back, ready with their shields up high. Urnaka holds up his shield and his flail, giving a nice rousing speech to everybody.
Hell yeah. I'll
A small wave of arrows comes up and shoots the ground in front of you all. It doesn't actually hit anybody, it just hits the floor. And you see Urnaka brace his shield up high. We shall hold fast and shatter their charge. Rain as many arrows as you may. We thrive where there is pain. Everyone claps their shields and gets ready for combat. And with that, you guys have the higher perception, so you guys go first.
Oh yeah. I'll pump my fist in the air and shout for the glory of Lord Cain and shift into wolf form.
Awesome. You're doing it before combat. Great.
Hell yeah.
So I'll have the guards move up first.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang back.
Wow. Jesus fuck, both Terrellums. Wow, this is a very interesting formation they form. Wow. Well, all right, that happened. It actually does look like cool military tactics. It's not at all what I envisioned. I thought this was gonna be a fucking orgy of just fucked up shit, but nope. Turned out way cooler than I thought. Alright, so it's your turn.
Alright. Roll for movement?
So that gives you 5 because of +3.
Hell yeah.
This does put you in range to swipe.
I'll charge in, leap over the barricade, drop to all fours, haul ass up across the field.
Too far, too far.
Oop.
There you go.
Skid to a stop and just unleash a mighty swipe with my claws.
Fail.
And yep. Perfect.
The Monagers.
At least they look very charismatic.
So let's see what they do. The cowardly slugs start to back away, and their commanders start bellowing at them to move forward, but they move back instead. So let's see. That one goes through.
Yeah. Hear me. Your doom approaches.
That one goes through. Wow, that one goes through as well. Shitty iron rusted arrows. Holy fuck. Start penetrating all the guards, doing 1 damage to every attack. Alright, let's see the distance. Does he? Yep. One of the mutants' commanders starts to vial up this nasty caustic spit, and he fails.
Ew.
Beautiful.
Nice.
What about the other one? And that barely goes through. That's a low success, I believe. Well, they both
Talk
would
about
technically.
serious acid reflux.
Alright. He shoots his caustic acid, dropping this guy to 1 HP.
Oh shit.
The man is severely wounded. It is your guys' turn.
Who was it that cast the spit?
Both of them. The
Both
big
of them.
one.
Okay. Seeing it, if I roll high enough on my movement roll, and he's a large-ish creature, can I use my movement to make my way up his body to go for the neck? Or like the back of the neck? Not where his big acid goiter is, but
The issue is that these creatures are so blubbery that a neck blow is not really that fatal for them.
oh, it's like, yeah, okay.
They're extremely blubbery. That's why he's so big.
Fair enough. Okay. Let's see.
So yeah, roll movement. Oh yeah, I should do the guards first. You're right. 1, 2, 3. Wow, all of them did really good.
Nice.
All right, and that one goes through. Hits it for 8 HP. What about you? All right, that's a fail. What about you? 7. Beautiful. It's going to be -8 as well. All right, so let's see the next guards. Oh my fucking god, they're literally uniform and they're lockstep. It is ridiculous. All right, Ernaka.
That's actually kind of terrifying.
Oh my god, they're staying in formation no matter what. Jesus. Ernaka
This
does
is
have
magical.
a flail, and unfortunately it's 2 tile range, it's not 3, so it's your turn.
Excellent. Oh, I'll roll some movement. Perfect.
That's 3, so yeah.
Yeah. I'll go help this guy. These two have each other plus this big ass Terrellum guard behind them. this little guy's over by himself pretty much, so I'll go help him deal with the flank. And I'll sweep for the little Lemoniger with my claws.
Oh my god, you succeeded.
Fuck yeah!
Don't know why there's a +0 when there's no such thing as a 0 dive. You rolled the die and it literally disappeared from the reality. Jesus.
Hell
Alright.
yeah. Control Alt Delete.
So the managers go. See what they do. They're unable to really move. 7, 8. Okay, beautiful. So they both hit this guy. And they hit the guard, killing him. Alright, now these guys
Oh
get
no,
to shoot their
lost that.
bows.
Damn.
Let's see. I could have sworn I wrote down their damages. I did. Oh my god. So he crit and then shot again. Beautiful. So that's going to be 9 damage.
Damn.
Minus all the armor and then the -2 from martial attacks that Terrellum suffer, which is really fucking beautiful. So we're looking at 6 and then followed by another 6. I don't know if you could see the guard's HP or not. Doesn't really matter, but
No, I can't. Yeah.
that barely goes through and that fails. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Guard's
We
turn.
must survive that.
Beautiful. Guard stabs the bitch. Does a -7. Other guard was he do. He strikes. -8. And then last guard is dead. So let's see. Yep, Terrellum steps forward. Terrellum gets in. First Terrellum strikes. Barely succeeds. Does only -5. Other Terrellum. That's a fail. Unfortunate. Ernaka. He gets in. Oh, yes. Ernaka being a big boy, he does a lot of damage. He swipes his flail easily through his group, doing a whopping 12 damage, killing this thing easily. And it's your turn.
Nice. I'll attempt a cunning attack on Big Chungus.
That fails. That almost crit fail.
Should have just gone for straight melee.
Wait a second. Let me look at some. Because you have the Imperial trait, and I keep forgetting about that.
Oh shit, that's right.
That gives you +2 mod. So we're looking at +4 mod basically for your strength. And that negates that, which is 0. Okay, yeah, no, you fail. I was thinking for some reason it was a -3 mod. Alright, so now it's the monsters go. They can't really move. That's the problem. You guys are blocking them in. That's funny. It goes through. And then let's see what the commanders do. 8. So he strikes. And then the other one was he do 6, still lands, just not as good. Alrighty. The end of their turn, your guys' turn.
Excellent. Keep at it, man.
I forgot the one Lamoniger. Alright. So the guards are going to go. Let's see what they're doing. Damn, that's a crit. Alright, good. So he hits them
Shit.
twice. Almost killing this thing.
The loss of his comrade. Yeah.
Doesn't.
The loss of his comrade inspired him.
Alrighty. The Terrellum kills the one. Terrellum does the final blow, killing this big ass thing. And lastly is Urnaka, who's in range and he tries to hit, dealing 12 damage. Alrighty. So now it's your turn. There's still one lesser Lamoniger alive, and then there's also the big one, the big Chungus. And his spit seems to be available now.
Oh no. Let's see. Please be a big roll.
Alright, 6.
6. I'm gonna go and shit, no. Yeah, I'll go over here, attack the little guy, and then I guess try to taunt the big one into focusing on me instead of the soldiers.
I would probably just allow just the hit.
Okay.
Alright, everyone else sees what you just did. The monster tries to move, it can't, it's too fat. It tries to do its caustic spit, it fails. Alright, everyone else moves.
Oh, thank God. I thank Kane. Time to gang up and beat this fool. Like the stepchild you never wanted.
Alright, that fucking fails, yeah. That really fails. That goes through. Alright. 10 HP. Is Arnaka gonna do the last blow? A crit. Yep.
No shit.
As the beast gets an axe striking its back, it looks up and it sees a flail flying straight for its fucking face, and it dies.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, Renaka. Badass.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You get 12 XP. Let's put you at level 3. At level 3, your endurance increases its amount. Alright, so you're level 3 now. As you level up, you're allowed just one skill trait. So what level of skill do you want?
Yeah, I'll put it into magic.
Your magic skill is 3, beautiful. Alright. Everyone rejoices in combat. One of the guards sacrifices an HP to resurrect the other guard. Urnaka stands tall, and he looks at you as a dear friend.
I'll walk over and Predator style fucking hand clasp.
He holds and shakes your hand very hard and goes, "You, my friend, are a friend of the Torellum. Come to us if you need anything."
I'll just have a big belly laugh and say, I'll hold you to that, my friend.
There was a special item that I remember I was going to give you, but I gotta look up the name because I forgot the name.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there it is. So you're going to get Feats of Primal Magic, Steel Boots. It gives you +2 armor, but it also gives you wolf form trait, and it allows it that when you're in wolf form trait, you keep the boots on, and it gives you the ability to cast energy magic for no rune cost.
Interesting.
But that's only when you're in wolf form trait. So if you're in normal form, you still have to pay runes to cast your energy spells.
Ah, fair enough. I humbly accept these boots.
All right, now I gotta reset everybody. Gaining some reputation with the Torellum, you now have access to certain Torellum vendors and such if you ever have that in one of your campaigns with this character. And that gives you more diplomatic options in case there is an issue with Torellum.
All right.
Thankfully for viewers watching, as I know my system so well, it's like the back of my hand. I don't need to waste time calculating anymore because I know just how much this shit does. As you return to town, you notice that most people are having a breath of fresh air. Did you want to collect any of the blood from those creatures?
Yeah, I'll spend some time. How many rolls do you want me to make for
6.
pure blood? 6. Okay.
Alright, why is there
I don't
like
want to
3
like
dice?
over.
Whatever, that's fine. I accept it because either way it works.
Oh, what the hell? It might be because I clicked 2d6 twice.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
why
did.
is it rolling 3? Oh, what was that?
So you succeeded twice, 3 times, 4 times. You succeeded 4 times. Okay, let's see. 5 times. Okay.
Oh shit!
All 6 of the blood you cured. So now you have 6 blood vials. Plus the one that you had. So now you have
Hell yeah!
7. Oh my god.
I'll just stuff them all into my pack and make my way back up to the farm, grinning widely and full of victory.
Now that you're more adequately leveled, you could probably go anywhere. because now you caught up to the level of the Zephanim.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll just I'll head over to that last little corner of the path down south and give it a quick perception check. See what's waiting for us.
Oh wow, you crit.
You should. I see all. I see nothing.
Looking down, you see that on top of the hill there are two Lemonagers. One of them has a horn for some reason, and they have not spotted you because you crit succeeded. Congratulations.
Nice.
But looking down south, you do see
What's
slug trails. You do see that, in fact, they do come from this region.
okay? I'll make my way back over here and get that area perception check. Just to get a full picture.
You pass, but barely. Down south, you see it's true. The rumors are correct. There are humans down here. Seems like a lot of them, but you're not sure if you could take them or not. The most peculiar thing is that they know that you're there and they know that you see them, but they don't seem too disturbed.
Really? I'll wave to them. Just a slow, wide wave and see if they respond.
They just stare at you. This is most odd because usually humans run at the sight of a vampire spotting them, or they fight, but these ones are just standing.
I'll go back inside and tell the commander. Commander, sir, there are indeed a number of humans down to the southwest. They're just standing there menacingly.
Ernaka just shrugs
They
his
spotted me for
shoulders.
sure.
Ernaka just shrugs his shoulders. I don't have time nor the room to cater to them right now. We just won a major victory. We need to consolidate our forces and allow time of recovery. Picking another fight is not my prerogative. If you really want to do something about this, though, I would suggesting talking to Alira. She has something up her ass lately about human slaves.
Understood. I'll go to her immediately. And I'll swiftly make my way. I'm assuming this is her in
No.
this room.
Up.
I'll knock on the door and
There's no real door.
announce myself.
It's like a carpet draped over the doorway.
Yeah.
As you come in,
I'll knock on the carpet.
As you come in, she looks at you with happiness and excitement. Oh, yes. What can I help you with, sir? You're one of the more higher bloods I can see.
Yes, ma'am. As a matter of fact, I came to let you know that there's a number of humans to the southwest just standing around. The commander informed me that you had some plan regarding human slaves.
She starts looking over her charts. Yes, yes. She starts scribbling frantically. You can hear the scratching of the ink on the paper. Yes. Bring me them as slaves. I'll make such a great profit off of this. Oh my god, our margins are increasing exponentially. You notice that written all over the walls and shit is just profits and calculations of stocks and funding.
Oh, it's scary.
Truly the most scary thing in the world. Economics.
Right. I'll just slowly back away. Yes, ma'am, I'll get on that. Uh, is there anything that could help me? Potentially. There's a lot of them out there. I don't know if they'll attack.
She just sighs. They're humans. Just go out there and just be one of us. They'll easily fall to you.
Okie dokie. I'll make my way back outside. Oh, 1 second.
Okay, so I think Fuddy may have just like left because of like internet issues or something. But that's fine because this has been going on for almost 2 hours now, which is roughly around the time of most of our games. So I'll end this here because this is actually a good point to end because now Fuddy is finally caught up to where Largan was. Largan gained a lot of XP and a lot more gold than Fuddy did, but that's because Largan did some thieving, cunnery stuff. And Fuddy, on the other hand, is more honorable, more willing to engage in interesting dilemmas, living up to his role as an imperial vampire, one who helps all the clans, doesn't really view them as individual sects, but more or less sees them as a piece of a whole. And then, besides that, he also dealt with more combat than Largan did. Largan gained a lot of XP just by being here, just dealing with people, and that could be its own roleplay. In the World of Nosgoth is that you could just do your own roleplay where you're just sitting here dealing with this shit, dealing with the intrigues of the vampire society, and not really engaging in any combat. Combat is deadly and risky after all. Do you really want to take that chance? And with Fuddy, I had to turn the dial down a little bit just because he was level 1. But once he became level 3, now we're like, hey, let's dial that shit back up. Besides that, this is a good point to end. This has been fun. Seeing this battle scene, though, does make me want to re-go to my Battles of Nosgoth, which is what I was trying to develop at one point, Battles for Nosgoth, which is that I didn't want there to be any cavalry, but I did want there to be something that's transitionable from World of Nosgoth to Battles for Nosgoth, where you go from a tabletop RPG to tabletop battle simulator, and there'd be a way for you to transition to and fro. But I'm gonna still play around with that a little bit. So besides that, see you guys next time. This has been very interesting.